The Fragments of Parmenides, the translation made by Roger Sauter. Fragment 1. The horses which carry me as far as my heart may reach were escorting me when they brought me and came to the resounding road of a demon goddess which carries the man who knows through all cities. There was I carried, for there the wise fillies carried me as they strained at the car, and maidens were leading the way. The axle in the boxes let out the shriek of a pipe burning, for it was driven round by the two whirling circles at both ends whenever the maidens, daughters of the sun, hastened their escorting after leaving the houses of night for the light and pushing back from their heads their veils with their hands. There are the gates of the paths of night and day, and they have a lintel around them and a stone threshold. Ethereal, they are filled by great doors, and of these much punishing justice holds the alternate keys. Her the maidens appeased with soft words and carefully persuaded her to push out for them the rounded bar from the gates. Then they opened and made a yawning chasm of the doors, revolving the brazen doorposts, studded with bolts and nails, one after the other in their sockets. Straight through them the maidens took horses and car down the road, and a goddess gladly received me and took my right hand in her hand and said this to me: "Young man, companion of immortal charioteers, the horses which carry you as far as our house, welcome, because it was no evil fate which predestined you to take this road, for it is far indeed from the path of people, but right and justice. You must discover all, both the unshaken heart of well-rounded truth, and also the opinions of mortals, in which there is no true trust. Nevertheless, you must learn of these as well, how the things which seem had certainly to be, all of them passing through everything." Fragment 2. Come, I shall speak, and when you have heard my speech, study it. These are the only roads of inquiry of which we may conceive. The one road is that it is, and that it cannot not be. This is the path of persuasion, for it follows on truth. The other road is that it is not, and that it is necessary that it not be. I tell you that this path is absolutely unknowable, for never could you know what is not, because that is impossible, nor could you say it. Fragment 3. For to think and to be are the same thing. Fragment 4. But look how things which are absent are firmly present to the mind nonetheless, for you will not cut off from what is holding on to what is, which is neither all scattered everywhere in order, nor put together. Fragment 5. It is all one to me where I begin, for there shall I come back again. Fragment 6. You must say and think that what is, for being is, and nothing is not. These things I bid you ponder, for this is the first road which I forbid you to take, and next there is the one which mortals wander down, knowing nothing, two-headed. For an impossibility directs the wandering mind in their hearts. They are carried along, deaf, blind, and aghast, uncritical crowds by whom being and not being are thought to be the same, and not the same, and of them all the path is backward turning. Fragment 7. For never shall this prevail, that things which are not are. Hold back your thought from this road, and do not let practised habit force you down it, to roam with unseeing eye and echoing ear and tongue, but judge by reason, the much tried proof I speak. Fragment 8. It only remains to speak of the road that it is. On this road there are many signs indeed, for being is ungenerated and indestructible, whole, unique, unshaken and perfect. Nor was it ever, nor will it be, since it is altogether now one and continuous. For what birth will you seek for it? From what it has developed to what? I will not let you say nor think that it comes from not being, for there is no saying or no thinking that it is not. What need, early or late, could have made it begin from nothing and grow? Being must either be altogether or not. Strong conviction will never allow anything to come from what is not beside itself. This is why justice has not released being from its chains, nor allowed it to be generated or destroyed, but holds it fast. The verdict in these matters rests on this: it is or it is not, and so our judgment must be to quit the one road as inconceivable and nameless, for it is no true road, and to take the other as real and true. How could being be at another time? How could it come to be? If it came to be, it is not, nor is it if it is ever going to be. So generation is extinguished and destruction unknowable. Nor is being divisible, since it is all alike. Nor is there more of it here than there, which would prevent it from holding together. Nor is there anything less, but everything is full of being. In this way it all holds together, which what is close to what is. Immobile in the limits of great bonds, it is without beginning or end, since generation and destruction have wandered far off indeed, and firm belief has banished them. Remaining the same in the same place, it rests by itself, and so remains fixed. For strong necessity holds it in the bonds of limit which constrain it all around, because it is right that being not be incomplete, for being lacks nothing. If it lacked anything, it would not be all. But thinking and what it thinks are the same, for you will not find thinking without being in which it is expressed. For neither is there nor will there be anything besides being, since fate changed it to be whole and immobile. To it belong all the names which mortals established in the belief they are true: birth and destruction, being and not being, changing of place and of colour. Since it has a furthest limit, it is perfect all over, like the mass of a well-rounded sphere stretching equally in all directions from the centre. For there cannot be anything which is greater or more powerful in one part of it rather than another, nor is there anything which is not, which would prevent it from reaching its like. Nor is being more here and less there, since it is all inviolate. For whatever is equal in all directions is no less set within limits. Here I stop speaking and thinking about truth in a way to be trusted, Learn after this the opinions of mortals by attending to the deceitful order of my words. Mortals decided to name two forms of which there was no need that there be one, and in this they were in error. They distinguished between these forms, and gave to each signs which were separate from each other. To the one the ethereal fire of flame, gentle and very nimble, everywhere the same as itself, and not the same as the other. The other was also all by itself and opposite to the first, unknowing night, a dense and heavy body. I tell you the whole likely order, so that mortal thought may never outstrip you. Fragment 9. When all things are named light and night, and these two according to their powers are attributed to different things, then all is at once full of light and obscure night, of both equally, since there is nothing not shared by both. Fragment 10. You'll know the nature of the ether, and all the signs in the ether, and the invisible works of the pure touch of the bright sun, and whence they were born. You'll discover the nature and wandering works of the round-faced moon, and you will know too the surrounding heaven, from where it grew, and how necessity brought it and chained it to hold the limit of the stars. Fragment 11. How earth and sun and moon, the general ether and the heavenly milk, the outermost Olympus, and the hot strength of the stars rush to be born. Fragment 12. The narrower crowns are filled with unmixed fire, those next to them with night, and a portion of flame is sent between them. In the middle there is the demon goddess who governs everything, for she rules everywhere over hateful birth and mating, sending the female to mate with the male, and the male to female back again. Fragment 13. Devised love, the very first of all the gods. Fragment 14. Shining at night, wandering around the earth, borrowed light. Fragment 15. Always gazing upon the rays of the sun. Fragment 16. For as each time there is a mingling of the far-wandering parts, so has mind come to people. For it is the same thing which mind thinks, the nature of the parts in each and every person. For what fills is thought. Fragment 17. Young men on the right, young women on the left. Fragment 18. When a woman and man mix the seeds of Venus at the same time, the power from the different blood works in the veins and fashions well-formed bodies if it preserves due proportion. For if the powers fight in the mingled seed and do not make one power in the mingled body, they will grievously trouble the growing sex with twin seed. Fragment 19. So, according to opinion, did these things grow and are now, and so, once nurtured, shall they afterwards die. For each of them people established a sign.